Hi guys, this is Endless. I'm playing my historic Pauper League match. This time against Ben, the Firearm Knight. Well, on my last video, someone left me a comment that I say too much, and I've already dropped 2 or 3 ums. So, in any case, we will refrain from saying as much as possible, and I think we keep this hand. So we don't have a white source, but I'm not sure what my opponent is playing. It looks like it might be the mirror match, actually. It looks like 4-color enchantment, Enchantress control over there. So if he doesn't know what I'm playing yet, I don't know if the Sub McKinnon Fairy sleeves give it away. He knows now. Okay, well, we top decked a white source, so that's a good find. So I'm not sure exactly how this matchup turns out. I mean, I have negates, I have devious cover-ups. I'm almost positive that Ben is not playing devious cover-ups. So I know that he really doesn't like that card. We can hold up Omen of the Sea here. So we just rescue our Core Skyfisher with another Core Skyfisher. And he will play Geothermal Kami, playing back Omen. We're going to put our Omen down. And I don't think we need Behold the Multiverse right now. So what's going to happen on this turn is... So I think one thing with this matchup is I don't want to have to use Candle Traps and not be able to pop the Coven ability unless I really need the tempo. So Ben was on the play. Sorry, my opponent, I should say, was on the play. I don't think he needed the tempo from Candle Trap, but he played it on the Core Skyfisher. I'm sure that he had a good reason for doing that. We can get into the post-game breakdown of the Candle Trap logistics. Okay, Obnix on the Kami, exiling it. That is okay for us. So we've got our land drop here. So we can Omen of the Sea for land drop number 7. Or an Obnix, that's also really good. And but we want to spend all of our mana so we can Kami again here. And that Omen that we're bouncing will help us find land drop number 7 if we don't top deck it. Behold the Multiverse from exile. Probably digging for land drop number 6. By the way, you're listening to Tommy Flanagan, who is a, in my opinion, underrated jazz pianist. All right, last gasp on the Kami. And my opponent plays a Core Skyfisher of their own, bouncing the Omen of the Sea. All right, so what we're going to do here is we can Omen for our land drop. I don't actually think Nexus Wardens is going to give us an advantage here. Let's find a land. Okay, so we didn't find a land. What we can do is Obnix here. And Witching Well to hopefully find our next land drop. Okay, I'm okay with both of these spells on top. So one thing that this matchup is, or this deck, I should say, is infamous for is going to time. Right, this is like one of the slowest decks in historic Pauper. Ah, so that's some new tech. Ethereal Armor is some new tech to speed up the matchup, I guess. So, because my opponent played Ethereal Armor, we can Candle Trap the dude. And I think that's a good play. Because now, you know, if he bounces it, he also loses the Ethereal Armor. So, you know... Now, I don't know if I want to Myers Grasp the Core Skyfisher here just for tempo. I don't want to waste the value from Omen of the Sea by playing it. So I think let's Myers Grasp, get some tempo. Now in game 2, we're not going to have to think so much about, you know, do I need to save this removal for this thing or that, because I'm certainly going to bring in Devious Cover-Up for game 2, and that will let us recycle removal cards out of our graveyard and shuffle them back into the main deck. So the one way that this, he can do a couple of things here with this Ethereal Armor that's on the Cucked Core Skyfisher. He can Geothermal Kami or Core Skyfisher to pick up the armor. He can use enchantment removal on the Candle Trap. Not sure either of those is the best. So my opponent's holding up 2 mana. I think it's just for like an Omen or something. We'll take an untapped land. So 6 mana there. We're not getting through this attack right now. So I think we're gonna... Okay, so that was maybe a mistake in how we tapped our mana. But I think it's a better idea to use Witching Well first anyway and just get that raw draw 2 before scrying with any of these spells. So we'll pop Witching Well, and then next turn see what happens with what we pick up off the top. Muldrifter for 3 evoke going to the graveyard. So that's going to set up like an Omen of the Dead play. It's one of the things that makes Muldrifter really strong in this deck, is that you can send it to the graveyard so that it's there to mine for value later. Ethereal Armor here is like an aggressive close the game out card, so I think it came out a little early. So we have 5 mana here. We don't really want to waste the mana, but see what we draw here. So we got Omen of the Dead. So we'll be able to get back Geothermal Kami and play it. So let's get it back now and get that Omen of the Dead off the battlefield. I like that play. And okay, we gotta play green-black here. Swing in for 2. So we have air superiority in a way right now. If we get a Nexus Wardens, we can exile that Koi Skyfisher. Yeah, so the Ethereal Armor here, it's a tempo card. It's tempo positive, but in terms of how the situation is working out, I think it's negative value. Okay, so last gas on my Koi Skyfisher. And now my opponent is playing for, I guess, tempo to get in 4 damage on me. 10 damage on me. Okay. So I see the Ethereal Armor play there. What we can do is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're gonna need get all these things, all these creatures out of our graveyard. We don't show this extra geothermal Kami in our hand. And I think right now we're not gonna risk losing the game just to swing in for 2. Because who knows? He might have a plan to give this guy trample with like a 1-of. So we'll just jump black with a Core Skyfisher because it's cheaper. And he pulls back the Core Skyfisher with another Core Skyfisher, sending Ethereal Armor to grave, and picks up an Omen of the Sea. So to be honest, I'm not really totally sold on this new tech, right? Because, like, you can win the game faster, but I think there's other things besides winning the game. Okay, so we can Candle Trap the Kami, that'll be good. This other Omen of the Dead is kind of worthless, but that's okay. I guess I could have gotten in there with the 2 Geothermal Kamis because his guy was tapped, but I think right now it's safe to say we're not the beatdown yet. If we can pull out a Nexus Wardens out of the deck, then we can exile that guy and he won't be a defender anymore. Okay, so we're actually behind on clock by almost a minute, and that's pretty crucial to pay attention to for this matchup. So I'm going to pay attention to time and try to play a little bit faster. We'll just go 1 for 1 here with blacks. Not sure if there's like a Suffocating Fumes coming out or something, but that was just a bluff. So we'll Kami to get Omen of the Sea out. We'll Omen of the Sea to find something. Neither of these are good right now. Okay, Witching Well is potentially good. So we have 2 Omens in hand though. Let's do Omen first. And we'll sit on defense. Okay, my opponent played Core Skyfisher, but he's debating what to bounce. Looks like he picks up the Ethereal Armor, actually. So in game 2, we're going to need to answer for that. We have Destroy Evil for that, and we can also negate it. Okay, Candle Trap is exiling one of my Core Skyfishers. Doesn't look like Ethereal Armor is coming down this turn. So it looks like he wants to force through an attack soon. We'll eat the Witching Well first to see if we get just junk. Nexus Warden will be able to block the Core Skyfisher in the air. So my opponent might be angling to have air superiority. I already used my Obnexus on his flyers. But we have Kami's on the ground. So he's going to chuck an Ethereal Armor here, but I think he also needs to remove both of the Core Skyfishers to connect. And then if he wants to deal lethal, he'll need to also get rid of Nexus Warden, so not sure I see... Okay, there's one Maya's Grasp. In any case, the only correct decision there was to block with... was to attack with all of the Kamis, because they're worthless for blocks here. Okay, so 2 of my Core Skyfishers are getting exiled. And we've got 10 coming through in the air. It could potentially go up to 11. And then, so we've got 10 over there, and then 16 over there. The question is, do we chump the Core Skyfish? I think we need to chump. We can get this guy back for 1 mana. So first, let's Muldrifter. We've got a Core Skyfisher in the graveyard. So play this Omen. Get Nexus Wardens back. Play Nexus Wardens. We're not going to show the other Omen in our hand yet. Let's send all the Kamis. Alright, my opponent lets me connect for 12. So we can have 5 mana here. We'll Omen. Get Skyfisher back. Play Skyfisher. Get Omen of the Dead back and hold up 2 mana for last gasp and pass. We're still behind on time here. It's unfortunate. Need to play faster. My opponent has 1 Candle Trap left. Oh shoot, I screwed that up. I should have blocked the other Core Skyfisher. What I could do, though, is leave my opponent in a bad position here by doing Last Gasp at end of turn and just surprise them with a big Geothermal Kami attack. So there's a Geothermal Kami, so that kind of puts him out of the danger zone for life a little bit. Alright, and he taps out for Omen now, which is interesting. And he plays Core Skyfisher now. Alright. Okay, and he pulls Omen of the Dead. So we're gonna Last Gasp the Muldrifter, because if he plays Muldrifter, he's milling himself out. He's only got 13 cards left. Alright, we'll play our own Muldrifter. Okay, we've got our own Nexus Wardens. Play Omen. Get Core Skyfisher back. Heal for 4. Return Omen. And we want to get to this Core Skyfisher and to the Candle Trap. So we will Nylea's Presence right now. Hold up mana for Omen of the Dead. Okay, we have an untapped land there. Let's send the ground troops. Another Nexus Wardens to try to get some life back. So that's going to be 4 life and 3 more life. So my opponent will be at 9. I think he doesn't have any more Gaunt's creatures in graveyard. Okay, so how does this work? We need to do blockers carefully here. We'll take 2 and chomp with Core Skyfisher. That's what we do. He pulls back Omen of the Dead, plays a tap land, so we'll Omen of the Sea here. Can always last gasp next turn. Okay, well we want both of these things. Let's send Mole Drifters. Okay, he does that. So now it's safe to say that we are the beatdown. And we're just gaining a ton of life. I think it was greedy probably to last gasp before damage. I should have done it after to guarantee that that guy would die in case he had a response, but he didn't, so it's fine. Okay, we need to count mana here. So we'll do 2 Core Skyfishers. Okay, so I'm not totally sure why he waited to do Omen of the Dead there, because he I think could have gained 2 additional life. We're still behind like a minute on clock. Alright, Candle Trap on my Core Skyfisher. He can't exile it. Oh, he can, because he has a power 10 creature. Okay. Okay. Chomp. And block everything. So there's our Candle Trap there. Okay, and opponent throws in the towel there, I think, for game 1. So for game 2, what's our game plan? Got a little bit of time to think here. So we could play Relic. I think I would like to play Devious Cover-Up in this matchup. Ethereal Armor, though, is going to be a problem, so I think we still do we play Candle Trap? I don't think we play 4. Play 3. I'm not playing 4 of these removal spells here. Midas Grasp can gain us life, but Last Gasp can like blow out an Ethereal Armor at instant speed. We're definitely playing Destroy Evil, and I think we do want to play Negate, at least 1 copy, and Angelic Purge. We're going to be on the draw. We can ditch maybe 1 copy of Nylea's Presence. Would be okay. And we're at 22 lands. I don't feel so great about that. Should we have more lands? We can ditch another Candle Trap. I think Angelic Purge will be more reliable. Well, Candle Trap's cheaper. So maybe we don't play Angelic Purge at all. I think we've got some other answers here. 1 Negate is probably okay. Depending on what my opponent does, we can go up to 2. Let's try like that. Hey, we won game 1 at least. That's a definite plus. So now we just need to not lose the next 2 games. And we won it on the draw. And this is a good hand. Quandrix into Thriving Isle is good. Okay, opponent opens up with 2 mana, playing Omen of the Sea. Puts 2 on the bottom. The way the math worked out there, I didn't want to waste mana, so I didn't want to play Witching Well there. And I will Behold on my opponent's end step to find a land drop, I believe, is the play. Well, will I do that? That means I'll draw 3 cards, so I'll be at 9 cards. Maybe I will Omen of the Sea is smarter. Okay, Relic of Progenitus coming right out of the bat. We don't have an answer for that. So, okay, Forest and Nylea's Presence. Can't say anything but good things about that. We'll play Nylea's Presence here and hold up mana. So we lose to Ethereal Armor if a big attacker gets through. My opponent does look a little mana screwed, but they have their land there. Okay, so Koi Skyfisher coming down, and he will pick up Omen of the Sea. We can play Witching Well to extend our hand. Let's play green-black here, and we will Obnix, Koi Skyfisher. On our main phase, because my opponent only has 1 mana up, and we're starting to fill our graveyard with instants and sorceries, which is kind of what we want, maybe to play around Relic. Although I'm sure he knows that. Both of these cards are actually good for this match. This is our sideboard tech, so keep that on top and pass. Still down a minute. Okay, so let's play Geothermal Kami and pick up Omen of the Sea. But early Relic is kind of bad for us, and it does invalidate the Devious Cover game plan. So maybe we should play Angelic Purge for it. Or Tangle Trap. Tangle Trap is also an option. You know, we don't see a creature with powerful right now. Let's put that on the bottom and get our land drop. That's more responsible thing to do. Okay, so he Omnixes the thing, but it's, you know, so he has Relic up, but it's exiled anyway. So okay. Okay, he cracks Witching Well and finds his land drop. And is out of mana, or is tapped out. So we can go, we'll do Koi Skyfisher. I'll get in for one. Let's play Witching Well. We don't need to do Omen of the Sea yet. Of course we can. We can negate an Omen of the Sea if we need to negate something. But what the hell? Okay, so branching into Bogles with Hexproof guy. Okay, good thing we have Destroy Evil for that. That's all I can say. Okay, Candle Trap on Koi Skyfisher. It's not getting exiled yet, so we'll crack Witching Well and draw. We're not going to be a bad player and play Geothermal Kami into that board. That would have almost been a terrible mistake. 2 lands on top. We actually want that. Let's take the forest. Play Geothermal Kami, and we'll take the Omen back. So I can guarantee you that I don't think my opponent has a way to recur Ethereal Armor from the graveyard, although they might be playing Urborg Repossession, actually. I mean, that would be really fringe. I don't expect them to be doing that. So we negate the Ethereal Armor, but he's going to negate that. So now there's a big 7/7 creature. So what happens here? So now I think what happens is we are going to do this. And then now we want to play around Relic if possible. So we'll get negate, exiled, he foretells. So let's play Omen with our 1 mana. And he'll have to crack Relic if he doesn't want me to get the value here. Although I suppose he could also have negate, but he already just used one. Okay, so we dealt with Relic, and we've only lost a Koi Skyfisher, so we're in good shape. Now we just need this Destroy Evil, which is all the way on the bottom, to come back to the top. So let's play Muldrifter fully, and that'll give us some flying presence, because my opponent currently does not have any. Okay, Behold the Multiverse into Omen of the Sea, just some dirtling. We have enough card draw in our hand. Let's just send Geothermal Kami to the graveyard. Okay, my Kami is Candle Trapped. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mana. So Kami plus Omen is 5 mana, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we can Nexus Wardens. See what we find here. Neither of these are what we want. Okay, and our Omen gets negated. So we're gonna need to find another one. Or a Devious Cover-Up. Okay, neither of these are helping us, because that's an Ethereal Armor. Okay, well we got Last Gasp with Blocker. So he can Omen of the Dead to get another hexproof creature, but I think it's a bad play. So, okay. Great. I keep picking white for my Thrivings, just sort of on autopilot. Need to pick like black, another color. Okay, cantrip Nihilious Presence, no life gain, making the sky bigger. 10, 2, 1, so Geothermal can get exiled. But Ethereal Armor on the token goes down to 9 power. So we can eat 9. We have 2 Nexus Wardens. It's not that much tempo. And we've got a clock of 2 in the air. So we're behind on clock now. It's amazing. We have a creature in the graveyard. We have Geothermal Kami in the graveyard. Let's get him out first. Opponent has 1 mana. Play Kami. Pick up Omen. And let's get Mulldrifter in the air. See what we draw. And we've got Core Skyfisher here. Let's connect for 2 in the air. We'll play Core Skyfisher right now. So I think if he attacks with the Merfolk again, we'll just eat the damage. We're gaining a ton of life right now, so the tempo, you know, that's not a lot of tempo, and he keeps sacrificing his enchantments. So that amount of damage really isn't that scary, considering how much life we're gaining each turn. Okay, Omen of the Dead, number 2, with no creature in graveyard. Was that a miscast? Okay, that looks like GG. Well, I'm really sorry about that, but that's like, you know, that's how it goes in the league matches, so sorry for cutting the mirror match short, but I think we got to see some interesting new strategies play out here with the Jungleborn Pioneer and the Ethereal Armor in the 4-color Enchantress control deck mirror. So, thankfully we came out on top victorious with sort of like the old school build with some of my personal touches in the sideboard. So, yeah, that was the mirror match. So I hope you enjoyed watching, and I will see you in the next video. Cheers.